Hey, good Friday morning to you. It's great to be here with you again. You know, the great spiritual writer C.S. Lewis once said that hardship prepares ordinary people for their greatest destiny. I don't know about the greatest destiny, but probably like you, I want to lead the best life that I can possibly lead, and I want to try to reach my full potential in life. But we know that human nature being what it is, that we resist change, especially when it's in the form of hardships or adversity or challenges. But we also know that we can navigate through those adversity and challenges in life when we have the mental strength to do it, and we understand that there are some skills that we can learn in the form of resiliency skills to help us to be able to navigate that more successfully, to bounce back and to thrive and to grow, standing right in the middle of that pain and that adversity. And so the past few weeks we've been talking about resiliency skills, and we know this: you're not born with these resiliency skills. Resiliency skills are about thoughts and actions and behaviors, and those are things that are learned through practice and hard work and effort, and that's what we've been sharing in the past few weeks, are some of those skills. So today I want to share another one with you, and this is in the form of the 3 P's: how you explain bad events to yourself or circumstances that you find yourself in that could be negative, but it's your explanatory style. And I'm going to talk about this in the form of 3 men I'm going to introduce you to in terms of the 3 P's: Mr. Personal, Mr. Pervasive, and Mr. Permanent. And I call them the negative script writers, the guys that are in charge of building those negative scripts or that rat brain thinking in your brain. And the first one is personal. Do you internalize these events? Do you have a pessimistic outlook on those? Do you become a complete victim about the negative circumstance that you find yourself in? How do you explain the event to yourself? Do you personalize it? Do you make it pervasive? So that's Mr. Pervasive there. And it's the idea you're just writing these negative scripts in your brain and really internalizing them, and they start to pervade all areas of your life. You show up at work with a pessimistic attitude, you're kind of pessimistic to your kids. It just starts to pervade every area of your life. And then the 3rd P, or that 3rd negative script writer, is permanence. It just starts to become, I'll never get over this. It's always been this way. And you start to use that kind of language to describe and explain these bad events to yourself. And so it's something with practice and being conscious of how are you explaining bad events to yourself. Do you have a tendency to be more pessimistic or more hopeful and optimistic? And just by paying attention to how you're feeling in the moment when you're going through that adversity and those challenges in life and hardships, how are you explaining those events to yourself? And trust me, in my kind of work, I talk about this all the time, I see people that have just kind of driven themselves into a very pessimistic, helpless, hopeless, victimhood kind of thinking. And boy, I tell you, that can start to pervade and become very permanent. And what we don't want is to fall into that state of depression and just rumination that can really destroy your well-being. So another skill that I hope that you will practice, want to take a look at that, your explanatory style. You want to even do some further reading, Learned Helplessness by Martin Seligman. So I hope you've had a terrific week. I look forward to seeing you next week. This is Pete Kunk, Built to Lead.